off the Queensland centre. So Victoria's first chance to convert at the break of centre. Rawlings, Franz, Story, Allen, Franz on the edge of the circle. Noonan in the pocket. Story, he's got his eye in now.
Yeah, it's a beautiful swing ball, Franz to in the other opposite pocket. Story just to pop out on the baseline.
Story now 6 from 8, 75%. Oh, off Rui's chest. Bit of miscommunication there with Spinks. Rui in a little bit of bother. Good attempt by Franz. Spinks, Harden, Newman shifts it quickly. Spinks, Melsheim looking for Adams. McSwain thought about it. Melsheim lets it dribble to him. That's his third. Just under 4 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Victoria lead by 1. Great ball from Rawlings, finds Story. And then he's quick, efficient netball around the outside of the circle from Victoria.
Yeah, that's just basic netball stuff. Waiting for that angle to open up and the shooter just to pop forward for that pass. Nicely done by Victoria.
McSwain read that early. Came out of the circle for the tip. Melsheim, Spinks. Melsheim with the drive, but Adams with the offensive contact. Rawlings. Oh, good hands from Branch. Just couldn't contain it. Throw into Victoria. Martin unopposed. Franz. Story on the front cut. Story 7 straight after his first 2 misses. And Victoria have their biggest lead of the game.
Oh, great vision and a great take there over Story. Shot not quite on.
Harden, Newman, cross court to Branch, still in the goal third. Harden, Spinks, Rui on the fly. Melsheim looking at Adams, but not on. Martin and McSwain double teaming him. And I know he can be dangerous under the ring.
That's great shooter-shooter connection there. Just knowing what each other are doing and when that holds on.
Queensland a chance to draw it back to 1. Rui, Spinks, Melsheim looked to Adams but faked. Probably should have let that one go. Queensland with the throw in.
And Martin just putting the foot underneath Melsheim's foot so that he can't creep any closer. But umpire says, no, thank you. We'll have that as a contact.
Yeah, causing contact there with the foot. Melsheim short with that one. Regathers short again.
He says, Adams, you can have this one.
Well, he's 6 from 7 so far. Less than a minute remaining in the first quarter. Make that 7 from 8 at 87%. Melsheim drops to 3 from 5. Noonan. Harden read it like a book.
So inside the final minute now, could this be Queensland's chance to even the score going into quarter time? As they steady through Spinks.
Melsheim swings it to Spinks.
Adams opens up at the post, but they've overcooked that one, unfortunately.
Just needed to probably a little bit more patient. They've certainly had time to work it better into the goal circle. Try and find a easier avenue. Martin, Rawlings, McSwain, Harden, big ball to Adams, who keeps it in. Rui. Contact outside the circle on inside on Martin. Melsheim will take the penalty pass or shot. Elects to pass. Doesn't get it to Adams in time. He sure didn't. So it's quarter time in the 23 and under Australian Championships Grand Final for 2017, and it's Victoria who lead by 1 at quarter time, 11-10. For the second quarter, team's about to come back out on court. Victoria 11 from 15 at 73% in that first turn. Queensland 10 from 13 at 78%. So similar accuracy, similar amount of possession. It's going to take for one of these two teams to break away.
Look, it looked like Queensland was settling in early in that quarter. Then Vic came back, and then Queensland settled again. So I think it's going to be a seesawing affair in this game. But you know, it's going to be whoever settles again early in this quarter, I think. But it's definitely going to come down to the wire, I think.
And on court 1, it is being recorded at the moment in the mixed reserve. New South Wales lead Victoria 10-8 at quarter time. Harden, Newman, Spinks for Queensland, Melsheim. Had the first centre pass of the second quarter. Adams doesn't want to shoot it. Martin.
Oh, well read by Martin.
Just kept moving his feet, but Harden responds. Obstruction call on Martin that time. Melsheim elects to pass off to Adams.
It's a nice finish from Adams there. Nice steady shot.
No changes to either side to start this second quarter, as you would expect. A little bit rusty from both sides, neither really with any clear ascendancy. Story. 7 from 10 in the first quarter at 70%. That was a quick ball from Spinks to Adams. McSwain just a fraction late. Melsheim likes to pass off, even though he was pretty close to the post. Adams sitting on 9 from 10 at 90%. Melsheim 3 from 5 at 60%. Story 8 from 11, 73%. And Allen 4 from 5 at 80%. Newman coming through, didn't stop moving. Queensland on the attack again.
Newman just then bringing his feet to the ball. Not just his body, so he didn't get any contact call at all.
Martin quick to react. Contact on Franz though. Adams isn't going to shoot from there.
Offloads to Melsheim.
Melsheim misses. Scores that one.
Looks to steady and he's happy with that.
Queensland centre pass. So they lead the quarter break 3-1 early. 2.5 minutes gone. Misdirected from Rui, but Harden still got hands to it. Harden, Newman, Melsheim.
Ball swings, Spinks in the pocket. Low ball into Melsheim. Looks to pass again. That shooter-shooter connection's quite nice in there. Just know what each other are doing.
Victoria with the centre pass, now trailed by 2. Story, Allen. Contact on Spinks, deflection from Branch. Spinks picks up. Newman looks far more comfortable at wing defence than he did at centre yesterday. Much more of a defensive player, prefers to play in the circle. Martin, Rawlings, Pastori. Story a little stuck. Franz locked into the pocket. Contact on Pastori for a screen, hand in the back. Contact on Harden that time. The top of the goal third for Victoria. Franz looking into the circle, but nothing is on. Franz almost a held. Pastori comfortable from long range. He's 9 from 12, 75% through the hands of Rui. Rawlings picks up. Pastori imploring his team to drive. Martin, Franz, Allen. Noonan circle edge, whips it across court to Franz. An offensive contact on Franz. He did have his arms pushed back. Spinks, Harden for Queensland. Newman. Melsheim out of the circle. Rui in the pocket. Melsheim moving around. Adams really wasn't strong on that hold. A little too high in the circle. Pops it over to Adams, who scores. He's 10 from 11 at 91%. 15 plays, 13 in favour of Queensland. 5.5 gone in the second. Franz, Noonan, by the floorboards to Pastori.
He converts.
It's third of the quarter for him. Takes his tally to 10. Spinks. Newman and Spinks again. Good hand from Rawlings. Can't keep it in though. Five, 3 the quarter break to Queensland. Spinks a little slow to get up. Fair contest, says the umpire. Bounced off the post. Contact on Spinks that time, and time as he's lost his hoof.
So Victoria now looking to try and bring this game back to even. In the attack with the ball through the midcourt. Throws that one a bit too hard over the sideline.
And again, this game resembling tennis at times with the amount of turnovers. It's incredibly intense out there. I don't think either team's really settled into a rhythm.
No.
Story, long shot. Branch rebounds. For Story's first miss of the quarter. 7 minutes gone in the second. And we're still stuck 15-14. McSwain, good hands from Melsheimer. The miss won't count from Adams. He was contacted on the way up. There's a flick of the hands from Melsheimer. McSwain reads that again. Rawlings, Noonan. Allen hasn't put up a shot this quarter. He might now.
This shot to bring the game back to even for Victoria.
Branch.
Commentator's curse pops out.
We've been cursing them all week. Harden now. Newman. Elbow from Noonan. Newman and Noonan. Say that 5 times fast. Franz with the contact. Rui to take. Wonder if he'll get any game time.
Oh, unlucky from Adams. I thought he had hands on that one. But not quite strong enough out of the air.
I don't think either really had strong possession. Probably would have let him wrestle for it. Allen, Noonan, Victoria, another chance to level. And they do through Allen.
That should be confidence for Victoria. It did take a long time to score that goal. Turnover after turnover, but they got it on the board and they're back to level now, 15 apiece.
Several minutes between goals. The Story eager to get the ball, too eager there. Just 9 goals scored in 9 minutes. Newman to take the penalty pass. Noonan out of play for Victoria. Harden, Spinks, Rui, almost a tunnel ball. Misdirects the pass to Adams, and Martin mops up. Swain on the drive, looks back to Franz, Martin. Victoria patient this time in attack. Happy to play it around a bit until there's an opening. Bounce pass from Allen. The Story finishes off. Victoria take the lead. Melsheimer. Good attempt from Pistori. Second to the ball though. Harden take the penalty. Rui out wide.
Queensland needing to score here, I reckon, after that little roll on that Victoria's gotten.
No advantage there from the umpire. Penalty was set. Good tip there. Rawlings, Franz. Strong drive from Noonan. Rui collects. Martin, Franz and Allen with a quick 1-2. Stays onside via the ball. The Story off, but Allen the rebound. And Victoria take a 2-goal lead with the centre pass to follow. Queensland will be looking for a stop.
So umpire just pulling that one back just to make sure that penalty's set.
And Franz with a stepping call. Turnover. Branch to take it outside the circle for Queensland. Harden, Newman, Martin thought about it. Spinks, Rui, Harden, Melsheimer. Looks into the circle, not on. Spinks. Melsheimer. Contact from Martin on the drive from Melsheimer. Elects to pass off. Martin not happy with the call, but contact on the ball. Queensland centre pass, chance to draw level. Just over 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. It's been tight, it's been scrappy. No team has led by more than 3 goals. Victoria leads 17-16. Melsheimer with the free pass, the offside. Holding call against Rui outside the circle. Thought it was his penalty. Martin.
Footwork call.
There's been a lot of footwork calls in this game.
Yeah, I think maybe the nerves are getting to them, just trying to run on through the ball rather than just steadying the ball down the court.
It's been a long week. For some teams, this is their 10th game of the tournament. A replay from Rui.
Yeah, fatigue and soreness now starting to kick in. 10th game, 10, 12 games.
Your boys won 10 straight.
10 on the trot, yep. I can say that now that we've done it, finished.
Is it an aim when you go into a week like a national tournament to win every game?
Look, I think teams can learn things from losing games. But, 10 straight, I'm not going to say it's a bad thing.
Especially win the final in emphatic fashion, 52-27 over Victoria in the 17 and under division. Alan, feels like Queensland have had a bit more possession in this quarter, but just haven't been able to convert. And that, a long ball from Noonan, finds Alum, and Victoria take the lead to 3.
That was fantastic vision from Noonan from the midcourt there. Matt Branch just coming out on the hunt a little bit. Left his shooter, Alum, all alone under the post there.
Queensland looking to peg one back with just over a minute remaining in the second. Victoria lead by 3. Biggest lead of the game, equal biggest lead of the game. McSwain thought that came off Spinks. I think I'm with him. Obstruction on Franz. Melsheimer. It was a good hold from Adams, but he moved too late off the hold.
Yeah.
Throw into Victoria. Can they score again to extend their lead before half-time? They'll get a 5-minute break to reset, reassess. Throws it straight to Newman. Harden. Branch. Newman. Spinks. Obstruction from Rawlings in the centre third. Harden will take it, goes long, finds Spinks. Melsheimer drives hard, contact on Martin, and then by McSwain on Adams. Melsheimer, will he shoot this? He will, and he does. And that is half-time in the 23 and under division. Victoria lead 19-17, won that quarter again by 1 against Queensland. We'll be back after this. half-time here in the 23 and under division. And Victoria slightly ahead 19-17 at half-time. Victoria also lead in the mixed reserve game on court 1, 22-17, another low-scoring affair. Josh, what did you glean from the coaches at half-time?
Well, in the Queensland camp, they were looking for more pressure off the centre pass. They feel like they can apply a lot more pressure on that centre pass, forcing that ball wider, and therefore giving time for their defenders to come through and clean that one up. And in the Vic camp, they're trying to shut down that shooter-to-shooter connection. Those passes in there are a little bit easy, so they want to keep an eye out for that as well.
Any changes to either side?
There has been a couple of changes to both sides. Malsheimer into the ball attack position with Rui back at goal attack, which brings in
Maya to wing attack.
Victoria. Friends go to the bench. Fresh legs through the midcourt.
Well, Alum struggles to keep that one in. Shooting stats for the second quarter: 4 from 5 from Alum, 4 from 6 from Story, 4 straight for Adams. Just not enough ball.
Noonan flying through for that one.
And 2 from 3 from Melsheimer. So Melsheimer 5 from 8. Adams to the bench 12 from 13. Alum 8 from 10 and Pastori 11 from 16. So most prolific on court is Braden Pastori. Rui is off with his first attempt. And Dombrowskis is on wing defence also for Victoria. Rawlings and Adams, sorry, Rawlings and Franz take a seat. Dombrowskis thought he heard a whistle. DeMonte. Pastori. Confident. Allen with the tap. And the strong take. Goals for Victoria.
So Victoria now out to a 3-goal lead, 20 plays 17.
Maya. Rui out wide and Dombrowskis reads it. Didn't go offside. Rawlings back at goal defence. Martin to the bench. Missed that one earlier. Allen misses. Had a hand to it. Should have made that one count. Spinks. Branch. Harden. Spinks.
Rui thinking that it was a Queensland ball. Umpire says no. Victoria.
Well, he wouldn't have thought it was Victoria's, that's for sure. Melsheimer with the causing call. Rawlings, Dombrowskis, Noonan, and DeMonte.
Harden flying through.
Great intercept from Harden. Clean. Spinks now. Newman. Harden. Spinks and DeMonte having a good battle in the midcourt. Rui now sort of stuck for an option. Holding call against Dombrowskis on Maya. Obstruction from Rawlings inside the circles. Rui will pass it off to Melsheimer. Draws the margin back to 2. That's the first goal of the quarter. 3.5 minutes gone. Hands to it from Maya. Noonan. Dombrowskis. Noonan. Good bounce pass to DeMonte. Pastori front hold. Tough take from Allen.
Interference with the post there from Harden.
Not sure why the umpire made Alan retake that. I thought the ball was
Possibly
through
should have
the
been a goal on that one.
misses the second attempt. Victoria will get the throw in. Incredibly low scoring game. The story.
Sinks that one
Net.
nicely.
Nothing but net on that one. Probably a bit lucky too, bringing that ball up into the defender's hands. Mayer. Newman. Whips it. Melsham, where he likes to shoot from. DeMonte stuck for a second. Noonan didn't have a handle on it. Queenslanders wanted a replay. Pistori with the front hold and the goal. 13 from 19 for Pistori now. McSwain
Reads that well.
is always looking for that ball. DeMonte spins, brushes on the way past Mayer, offside. DeMonte back to Dombrowskis. Rawlings. Dombrowskis again. Obstruction on Mayer. Obstruction on Newman on the Noonan pass. Allen tries to split the defenders.
Queensland hands in everything.
It's definitely obstruction on Newman. Try as he might.
Victoria just getting a little roll on here.
Taken quickly, that penalty from Victoria. And they have had a chance to extend the lead to 5. Stepping call on Harden. Shakes the head. DeMonte. Mayer the penalty at the transverse line. Contact on Pistori. Branch comes up with it. Harden.
Queensland throwing it away again. They just really need to steady through that mid-court. That long outlet pass is not quite working yet.
Feels like either side are trying to outpace each other when they really... So Newman receives a caution for language. Harden now. Harden now a caution. Incredibly passionate from the Queenslanders. All net from Pistori. And Victoria get that 5-goal margin, 24-19. 7 minutes almost ticked over in the third quarter. Contact on Harden, offensive contact on the centre pass.
So there's a little bit of a miscommunication here from the umpires. Off the centre pass, there was a contact call down the umpire in control of the centre. So she takes control of that. It's the right call.
A bit of confusion from the Queensland supporters. Harden, good attempt in the air. Allen passes it off to Pistori.
So Victoria making Queensland pay on that one.
Margin now 6. But Victoria throw that one away. 25 plays 19. Good attempt from
great.
DeMonte.
Hard and long vision. Malsheimer, got a fantastic take. Thinks that one for Queensland. That's what they needed, I think.
And on the Victorian centre pass. Mayer, Rui. New South Wales won the title last year against Victoria. They lost the 3 games during the 2 during the rounds. And the semi-final. and then reverse the result in the final. Now, Melsheimer's called time, got a knock to the head. He'll actually have to come from the court. Doesn't need to be for long, though. Victoria, 25-20, 6.5 to go in the third. Adams returns to the court. Rawlings called for the obstruction. A wry smile. Adams goals. Victorian centre, Pastori, Allen wide, Noonan, quick play, good drive from Pastori. It's nice to watch from Victoria, can't finish though. Allen with the tip. Pastori, good with the second attempt. Oh, good hands from DeMonte there. Noonan. Allen back plays to Rawlings, Dembrauskas, Pastori. Newman got a hand to it. Contact from Newman on DeMonte. Branch. Harden.
Harden, great footwork. Got around the body nicely there to get that one.
Mayer, good leap. Harden again on the drive. Quick 1-2. Newman offers some support. DeMonte contacts on the way through. Mayer, quick taking of the penalty. Rui yet to score in this third quarter. Has a chance now. Obstruction on McSwain.
Rui converts for them. That was a nice screen set by Adams on that one, just to let the ball come over from Spinks to connect with Rui at the back of the baseline there.
Dembrauskas, Rawlings, Noonan. Vic's struggling for movement. Pastori gets up. Scores for Victoria. He's 6 from 8 this quarter. Just over 4 minutes to go in the third quarter, which many regard the premiership quarter. Victoria 8-5 the quarter break, and 5 goals the biggest margin. Dembrauskas looking to try to defend the pass, and Spinks. Spinks take the penalty outside the circle. Rui.
Footwork call. That's the right call there by the umpire.
Fancy feet. Dembrauskas looks through the mess to Noonan. Pastori short with the shot. Allen the rebound.
So umpire's looking now to try and clean up this circle.
Both defenders out for that one, and that was on a Queensland centre pass. Noonan.
Spinks cleans up.
Step
Unfortunately,
Spinks.
footwork call.
It was a very quick carry.
Harding getting angry itself. Just needs to take a breath here. Keep himself in play.
Advantage goal to Pastori, and the lead 7. Still plenty of time for Queensland to take a couple out of this margin. Mayer. Contact on Dembrauskas on the other side of the circle. Contact from Rawlings now. Rui to take penalty, pass or shot. Just 5 goals this quarter from Queensland. Miss from Rui, and got the tip but tapped it out. Melsheimer still sitting on the bench. I wonder if he'll take any further part in the game. Queensland now putting on a zone. Obstruction from Adams. Rolling, strong drive. DeMonte, long ball to Allen.
Outlet pass.
Quick 1-2 with Noonan. The Story scores. Noonan on the floor. Contact from Spinks. Obstruction from Rui. Noonan looking for a shooter.
Harden with a jump from behind. Story says, didn't even see you there. I'll just pop this one up.
Unfazed. He's 9 from 12 this quarter, 75%. 20 from 28.
Ball handling error there.
For the game. And it's just starting to unravel a little bit for Queensland. A minute to go in the quarter. Victoria lead by 9. Good hand from Branch. Pistori with the follow through. Dambrauskas mops up.
Got offence Harden. Just getting a warning there just for, you know, a bit of verbal to the umpire.
Being told that if he does it again, he will be sent off. Pistori.
He's really letting the umpiring out of the game. He really needs to clean up what he's doing and try and just play his basic netball stuff.
Victoria, still time to score one more goal in the third quarter. DeMonte looking too much on it. Thought Allen was going to use the backspace. Not long to go in the third quarter. And that is three-quarter time. 32-22, Victoria lead. Queensland in the 23 and under division. A 13-5 term has set up that 10-goal margin. We'll be back soon. Twenty-eight, 22. Oh, 34, 28. Victoria. Check the scoreboard at halftime. I checked the scoreboard at halftime. Pretty sure it's Victoria. I've watched too much netball in my time. Back here for the last quarter. And Victoria handsomely, 10-goal margin, 32-22 over Queensland. A 13-5 quarter, Josh. What do Queensland have to do to get themselves back in this game?
I think Queensland found themselves a little bit out of play in the goal in that defensive circle. So just trying to tidy that up. Stay in play to contest the ball, I think, is what they need to do. Stay positive. Try and wall themselves off the turnovers that they get. Not rushing it out of that defence end to attack. I think they could see themselves try and eat back into this margin going into the last quarter.
No changes to either side. Queensland think that they've got the team that can reel this margin back in. Queensland with the first centre pass of the last quarter. Good pressure from DeMonte. Rui with just 1 from 3 in that third term. Melsheim was 3 from 3 before he went to the bench, so he's actually back on the court for Adams. For his short cameo, he only added a goal to his tally. The story, though, shot
uncharacteristic footwork call.
Shot 10 from 13 in that third quarter. And 3 from 5 from Allen. So Victoria, far more possession.
So Rui with the ball in attack, trying to create something for Malsheimer, who pops on the baseline.
First goal to Queensland of the last quarter. Victoria centre pass to follow. A very low scoring affair. In the mixed reserve, Victoria up 34-28 against New South Wales at three-quarter time.
DeMonte lucky from Rollings over the top there. He didn't see that one coming.
Off branch last, says the umpire. Story to take the throw in for Victoria. Story. Allen left himself a whole lot of room. No advantage played because there was a penalty outside against Spinks. Short on the shot from Pastori.
Harden with the rebound. That's better through the mid-court there. Nice and steady. Rui going backwards, unfortunately, finding a Vic player. Comes up with the ball. Harden again, working hard to get that one.
He responds. Branch regathers. Noonan again gets his hands to it. Rui. Melsheimer, good hold. Contact from Rawlings. Slow to get to his feet. Been a long week for these boys. Queensland first two of the last quarter and a centre pass to follow. Dambrauskas turned inside out by Mayer. Rui looks straight into the circle. Melsheimer. Margin back to 7.
Queensland bench getting up, telling their players to get up and get loud. Try and turn this ball over from the centre pass.
Noonan stuck momentarily for an option. Branch the contact inside the circle. Pastori, will he shoot or pass? He passes. Harden gets hand to it. Thought he was contacted from behind from Allen. Advantage on the break from Dambrauskas. Melsheimer posting up strong in this last quarter. Rui will take the penalty pass or shot. His first for the quarter, 4 minutes gone in the last. Lead 7. Pastori, DeMonte. Pastori dribbles around the rim.
Bounces around and sinks.
Mayer, Rui out wide, imploring his team to help out. Newman, Spinks in the pocket.
Footwork call there from Rui.
Free pass to Victoria inside the circle. McSwain will take it. Rawlings.
Another footwork call.
Step.
Both crowds here getting so loud. Can hardly even hear.
It's all up for grabs here at the Gold Coast Sports and Leisure Centre. Day 7, it's grand final day. These are the last 2 finals.
Melsheimer with the goal to steady.
(34-27) to Victoria. Story finds Allen. Scores the goal, his first for the quarter. 5.5 gone in the last. Margin back to 8. Mayer, look away pass to Melsheimer. Scores. Now Victoria through Noonan. Oh, Newman almost got a hand to that. And then DeMonte balancing on the outside of the circle. Pastori. They're not entirely convincing, but they're going through. Rui. Pastori almost got a hand to it. DeMonte. Contact from Branch. That was a great rundown by DeMonte. Attacked the ball and went on with it. Shot from Allen. The margin 9 with a Victorian centre pass to follow.
Feel as if Victoria might be getting a little roll on here. Queensland really need to pull something out now to stop this roll if they've got any chance to keep in this game.
DeMonte looking for an option, stuck. Hardham with the obstruction on the inside. He was short.
So that's Harden's second warning. Now sees him leave the court for 2 minutes.
Getting sent off for 2 minutes. He really shouldn't be disputing with the umpire. He was short on the obstruction. Dawdles to the sideline, has to sit in the umpire's chair. So that's the second game in a row that he will take 2 minutes on the sideline. Allen restores the 10-goal margin that Victoria had at 3/4 time. It's not what Queensland need. Dombrowskis just the toes offside. Managed to get in front of Mayer, but went offside. Good attempt from Dombrowskis. Mayer whips it. Rui will take a pass or shot. McSwain out. He's 3 from 4.
So Matt Branch now is going to have his work cut out for him.
DeMonte. Big pass to Pastori. He's 25 from 34.
Oh, McSwain reading that nicely, unfortunately. Gets called for the contact.
Mayer. It's a 2-on-1 inside the circle, and Queensland make use of it.
So 9 goals the margin now, 6 minutes to go.
Great drive from Allen. He caught the ball on 1 foot. Spinks, Mayer. Newman, good hands, just stuck his hand out to gather that. Rui. Dombrowskis got good hand to it.
Arms getting tangled there.
Contact on Rui. Rawlings, Noonan, Pastori. Trying to take advantage of this one defender in the circle. Great take from Allen. And the margin now 11.
So that's the 2 minutes up now. Sees Harden back onto the court for this centre pass. Hopefully he's learned something from that one.
Touch from Spinks, trying to inspire his teammates to lift. Harden on the drive down, Browskis picks it out of the air. Tells the Vic boys to settle, but a loose one from Rawlings. Just over 5 minutes to go. 11 the margin. It's only a turnover a minute, and Queensland could be back in the game. McSwain had a dip. And Browskis offside.
Umpire holds time while the ball's retrieved.
Contact on DeMonte. Spinks looking for someone. Rui doesn't want to shoot.
Malsheimer pulls that one out of the air nicely. And it falls in.
6 from 8 this quarter at 75%. Fairly good accuracy, just needs more ball. Queensland not looking into the circle on first phase, and Malsheimer with a one-on-one with McSwain. It's probably a smart idea to take the option. They need to score quickly. Like that. Victorian centre pass. Victoria just content to slow down the pace. Allen.
Oh, Matt Branch really put the doubt in that feeder's head, swung the ball. Queensland just throwing that out over the base, over the sideline.
Story should have looked to the circle where Allen was open. Spinks now. Mayer. Obstruction from Dombrowskis. Oh, and a good ball from Mayer into the space from Malsheimer. Rui. Queensland centre, margin back to 8, just over 3 to go. They'll need this goal and a turnover quickly. DeMonte, across court, Dombrowskis, just offside. Rui with a free pass, was always wanting to go to Malsheimer, but Rawlings with the touch, he read it well. Dombrowskis, Rawlings, DeMonte. Noonan was free but elected to go short. Good touch from Newman. Pistori, Noonan. Couple of dribbles in that ball, and Pistori glides in, and that could well be the game.
Yeah, Pistori did that nicely there. Just hung in the back a little bit, wait for that ball to come over the screen.
It was smart play. He knew the defenders were sagging in the middle of the court, so he took a couple of steps back and then drove in to the clear space.
That one bounces out.
Under 2 minutes to go. Victoria lead by 9. DeMonte stuck his hand in the air, turned it back over. Pistori. DeMonte, Pistori, will he shoot from there? He will, but he's not successful. Branch, probably been a little bit more quiet in this last quarter. Under 90 seconds to go in this one. It'll be Victoria's premiership, championship. Lost to New South Wales last year, but will be victorious on the Gold Coast.
Contact call on the wing defence.
Yeah, Dombrowskis and Malsheimer having a little tussle outside the circle. Rui. Too little too late for Queensland.
I think so.
Even though they have the centre pass, under a minute to go. 42-34 to the Vics. Mayer just goes long to Malsheimer. Smart option. Probably should have done that from the start of the last quarter. Dave Smith, Queensland coach, still imploring his charges. Allen. The story.
Great pass.
Found the space.
Finishes strong there for Vic.
Not long to go in this one. Dambrowskis with a replay. Got the initial tip. Melsheimer, he hasn't given up. And that is the final score of the game. Victoria victorious 43-36 over Queensland in the 23 and under division, winning the title on the Gold Coast.
Players leaving absolutely nothing left in their tanks. All shaking hands now. Great sportsmanship. Game fought out really, really hard.
Yeah, a lot of tired bodies from the boys, but a brilliant final, brilliant effort from Queensland, given they were smashed really by Victoria in the semi yesterday. They had to back it up against New South Wales, short turnaround. I'm sure Victoria are very happy. Back with the Victorians, Cam Allam and Matt Blomley, captain and coach of the Victorian side. Cam, incredibly tough game out on court. Queensland a lot stronger than the semi-final yesterday.
Yeah, they really picked up the game. They've given it to us how they did the whole week, really stepped it up. And yeah, we couldn't wish for anything better for a grand final than to play a game like that, of that stature. It was amazing.
13-5 that third quarter. What was said at three-quarter time in order for you guys to keep pushing on?
We just stuck to what we know. We played our game, we slowed it down, and we just had fun. We made sure that when we came into the game, we came in smiling, and we came out smiling, and that was how we did it.
Congratulations on the win, Matt. It's been a long week, a lot of tired, a lot of tired bodies. How have you been able to manage the workload of the boys during the week?
Fortunately, part of our draw allowed for us to have a nice break in there, and certainly winning the semi-final, giving us a break for the prelim, really helped set us up and the rest of the bodies. Just tried rotating people where I could. I had a full 11 that I could use and did use during the week, and we definitely wouldn't have been in the grand final if it wasn't without the entire team. Any
standout players for you today?
Oh my God. There's too many people stepped up at the right times. Brandon Demont, when he came on, absolutely did the job that I wanted from him in the middle. He came on, settled, a very experienced player there. and that's what I needed at that point in time, was just an injection of something different. But the boys just defensively just kept going, and attack just kept going. I couldn't really fault anyone, to be honest.
Congratulations on
Thank
the win.
you.
Enjoy the night tonight, guys.
Cheers.
And that wraps up the 2017 Australian Men's and Mixed Netball Championships live from the Gold Coast Sports and Leisure Centre. Stay with us for the medal presentation for the 23 and unders, and then that wraps it up for the week. It's been a brilliant week. We've had viewers right across the world. Thanks so much for joining us. We look forward to seeing you again next year.